Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. As long as our attention is on the world, the body, the mind, the intellect, we will be necessarily extrovert even in our spiritual approach. The spiritual approach for those who take this world to be real is only improving the world, helping the society, doing good for somebody, taking care of health, and not knowing what to do with the health. But when we come to this point, न जातो हम मृतो वापि न मे कर्म शुभाशुभम विशुद्धम निर्गुणम ब्रह्म बंधो मुक्ति कथम मम. So when we analyze our own experiences, therefore friends, the highest spiritual practice is analyze your experience and learn from the experience. What do we learn from our experience? When we interact with the world, do we allow impressions to be made on our mind as a result of our interaction? If impressions are not made or allowed to be made on our mind when we interact, then we are walking the spiritual path. See, Vedanta does not remove the wrong notions and replace by another notion. No. It is unlike, earlier I was a gambler, now I am a devotee. Earlier I was a bhogi, now I is a yogi. No. Notions are not replaced. See? Earlier I was a body, now I am not the body. No. Therefore, na jato ham na mruto vapi. What is required is we analyze our experience and learn from them. Then we come to this experience without going anywhere. That's all. Therefore, na jato ham mruto vapi na me karma shubha shubham. And when there is no birth, there is no death, there is no change, naturally there cannot be any doer. There cannot be kartrutva abhiman. There cannot be a sense of doership. And when there is no sense of doership, therefore there cannot be something good, something bad. And then the question comes, then what is our position? Vishuddham nirgunam brahma bandho mukti katham mama. So this infinite, conscious, blissful, pure self, where is the place for bondage and liberation for this me? See friends, we only go on imagining that I am miserable, I am very bad, and I am very good. These are all the projections of the mind. Just catch this point. Mind is our instrument. We should not be victimized by the mind. Let any kind of thought come and go, who cares? Like we listen to Vedanta. Same way, listen to the worldly thoughts. Nothing will touch us. Yadi sarvagato devaha sthiraha purno nirantaraha antaram hina pashyami na sabhaya bhyantaram katham. From the spacious point of view, there is nothing like inside or outside. See? From the conditioning point of view, now we are inside Kaivalya Dham and the vehicles are outside Kaivalya Dham. From the space point of view, everything is inside, nothing is excluded. Now be attentive. When our I includes everything without the exclusion of anything, that is the ultimate I. And whatever is included in our I We do not hate it. We do not reject it. It cannot be rejected. And therefore, there is no question, sabhayabhyantaram, that I am inside and the world is outside. This notion is not valid. Up to here, we have seen in our last section. Now the concluding one, Spuratyeva jagat krishnam akhandita nirantaram aho mahamaya mahamoho dvaita advaita vikalpana. Spurati eva jagat krishnam akhanditam nirantaram. See, since how long are the waves coming in the ocean? Since how long the mirror is reflecting any object which comes in front of it? Nirantaram. It has always been like this. There is nothing new about it. In the same manner, this world of relativity is constantly appearing in relation to time, space and objects. So, Spurati eva jagat krishnam akhandita nirantaram. And therefore, if the world is like this, why bother about it? It is like this, that's it. See? All those people who get into depression and all that thing, they are the victims of their own mind. They go on imagining, it should be like this, it should be like that. Accept the world as it is, there is no problem. See? Our problem is that we want the things to be other than what they are. So if it is the summer season, we don't like the heat. If it is the winter season, we don't like the cold. If it is the rainy season, we don't like the rains. And we pray to the Lord, oh Lord, it is so hot. Why it is so hot? Then rains come. Oh Lord, it is too much rainy, then the winter comes. Oh, it is too cold. In one cycle, Bhagavan listens to us. Then he comes to know, this fellow is a complaint box. Anything you give him, he will complain. And therefore, God never listens to our complaint. See? Like if somebody, it happens with us. There are some people who are perpetual complaint masters. So, they will come and complain about this, about that. Once you listen, twice you listen, third time you come to, he is a professional. So, just delete. The world is like this. Therefore, Spurati eva jagat krishnam akhandita nirantaram aho maya mahamohaha. And why this is? Because of the maya. Now, please understand maya. I explained you already in earlier reference. Maya means that which is appearing but which is not. And when this appearance of the illusion is taken as real, then we are under the delusion. Delusion means maya, moha. So when we are in delusion, the illusion of the relativity appears. And therefore, aho maya mahamoho dvaita advaita vikalpana. Both these things. Because we are suffering in the duality, therefore we are told, no, there is a non-dual reality. Actually, the truth cannot be spoken of. Therefore, every time negation is the only language. See, ashabdam, asparsham, arupam, avyayam, ajam, nirvikalpam, nirakara, nishabda. Because what we know, with reference to that only, the unknown is indicated. This is the thumb rule. See? Suppose you do not know somebody. Do you know Mr. Gupta? No, I don't know. You know Mr. Verma? Yes, who doesn't know that Verma, terrible monster? He is his son-in-law. Okay. Once we know that Gupta is the son-in-law of the Verma, next time we meet Gupta, do we require son-in-law? Rather father-in-law we don't require. Same way, we know only that knowledge which is gathered through the sense organs to the mind, etc. Therefore, what is done is removing that knowledge, and that which cannot be removed is left behind. See? Therefore, aho maya mahamoho dvaita advaita vikalpana. Even to call the Paramatma as a non-dual is also a blasphemy. It is not right. It is only the imagination. Sakaram cha nirakaram neti neti ti sarvada bheda bheda vinirmuktaha vartate kevala Shivaha. Shivaha, the absolute reality, the auspicious one, is Sakara Nirakaram no iti sada. Talking about with form and without form, both of them are negative. Be very attentive. If you go to Lord Shiva's temple, you will see there two things. Above, there is a form of Lord Shiva, alone sitting. And the Shivalinga is down below. And the Lord Shiva is ornamented with the cobras and snakes. And the vibhuti all over, Chita Bhasma. And the three fellows, his wife, Nandi and Kartikeya, they are below, sitting there. And he is above. When you go to the Shiva temple, first you see the form. And then you see the formless indicated in the form of a Shivalinga. The Shivalinga is a formless, it is a form of the formless. See? And this is how, whether you recognize the Lord as Saguna Sakar with the form and with the attributes, or you refer to the reality as with attributes and without form, or you recognize the attribute reality as attributeless and formless. And when you recognize the truth in all exhaustively, then alone our understanding is complete. See? It is something like this. To understand the gold with the names and forms as an ornament is the first step. Then you are recently married. Thereafter, you understand the gold as the inner controller, Nirakara, and Saguna with the form. Then you are attached to your wedding ring. And when you grow out of it, then you look at the ornament of the wife and think of investment in the gold bond. You are now beyond the name and the form. See? In the same manner, the truth is recognized initially as Saguna Sakar, then Saguna Nirakar. Saguna means what? With attributes. He is the Antaryami, inner controller. And then ultimately, when we come to recognize the whole multiplicity is only superimposed because of the conditionings of the Panchakoshas, the Nama Rupa and the Maya, then all of them disappear. And what remains is the attributeless, formless reality. Therefore, Sakaram Nirakaram na iti sarvada bheda abheda vinirmuktaha. Now there is nothing like differences or no differences. When our attention is on the ornaments, and if we are to be taught gold, then we say, see, what you are seeing as an ornament is controlled from inside by gold. But once we know the gold, then we don't care what is the name and the form of the ornament. See, friends. Therefore, Bheda Bheda Vinirmuktaha Vartate Kevala Shivaha. See, this word Kevala is a technical word. If you are from Bihar, then it will be called as Kebala. Swami Kebalananda, because his lectures come in the Kebala. So Kebala or Kevala means what? Jiva, Jagat, Ishwar. Three things. The difference is on account of the Jiva, number one. The difference is on account of Jagat, number two. The difference is on account of the Jiva and the Jagat, number three. The difference is on account of the Ishvara and the Jagat, number four. And the difference is on account of the Jiva and the Ishvara, number five. where all these five kind of differences are totally absent, is called as Kevala. And this Kevalasya Bhavaha Kaivalya. When we are in Kaivalya Dham, this is the meaning. Oh God, we never knew. No differences of any kind are valid. See friends, no differences. And samsara begins when differences are spoken. Samsara begins when differences are promoted. Samsara begins when differences are established. Samsara begins when we are not ready to transcend the differences and discover the unity. Therefore, Kevalaha, the one which is undifferentiated reality, is Kevala Shivaha. Nate cha mata cha pita cha bandhu, nate cha patni na sutascha mitram, na pakshapato na vipakshapataha, katham hi santaptiryam hi chitte. In devotion, they say the other way. Tameva mata cha pita tameva. The children are asked to chant, they never listen. Then the mother chants like the child chants. Here it is exactly the opposite. Nate cha mata cha pita cha bandhu. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, this story comes. There was a king and he had 100 queens and yet no son. A standard format in all the Puranic stories. And when there is no son, they are miserable, but they don't know that they will become more miserable because of the children. So, this king goes to a Mahatma, oh Mahatma ji, I want child, I want child. Mahatma ji says, why this life you will not have children for next 7 lives. Forget about it. No, I don't want and I want. Okay, Baba, take this fruit and give to the youngest queen, she will have a child. Out of a mango, a child is born. Now, this child is growing. The other name of a woman is jealousy. As much a woman is jealous about other women, even God cannot understand it. So, the remaining 99 women, do you think they were happy because the youngest one was blessed with a child? So, they decided, conspiracy. Conspiracy. And the maid servant who was looking after the child, also a woman. Then she was given, take this, supari. Supari was given. And that lady, the maid servant, killed the child, giving the poison and all that. And when this happened, naturally the father and the mother crying and all the ladies showing sympathy, but it is their own way. And when this happened, then that time, like in the cinema, suddenly that Mahatma and Naradji comes. And the Mahatma tells, do you remember I told you? Earlier you were miserable because you don't have a child. Now you are miserable because you have a child. So you are bound to be miserable this way or that way. You are bound to be miserable. No, I don't want Upadesh Vedanta. I want my child alive. So Naradji said, I can do it. Hang around. And Naradji called the Jiva. And the Jiva comes. And Naradji tells, see, your parents are crying. Enter the body, enliven it, and become a big king. Jiva says, what parents? Like every summer we buy a new pair of socks. In the same manner, every life I had a new pair of parents. If I go on crying for them, I can never be happy in my life. If they are crying, it is their problem, not my problem. Bye-bye. And he goes away. And then this mother and father, oh God, this is the truth. Yes. See friends, we attend to both ways. We give to our children only the gross body if you are a Gujarati. Only body, nothing else. And if we are parents, We have given the gross body to the children, and if we are children, we were never born. The body is born, not we. And therefore here, nate cha mata cha pita cha bandhu. All relations come to existence only after body identification. If there is no body identification, there is no relation of any kind. And nate cha patni na sutascha mitram. Neither your wife is yours, nor your friend, nor your enemy. These are only in relation to the body alone. Na pakshapataha, na vipakshapataha. Therefore, there is nothing worthy of being biased or against anything or anybody, and therefore, katham hi santaptiriyam hi chitte. Why are you so much disturbed and worried because of this nonsense? See? One thumb rule. Those who are miserable because of anybody or anything in this world, they are the fools of the highest order. Take this rule. We become miserable because we want to please others, we want to help others, we want to teach others. It will never happen. Take care of yourself. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. But what happens? Be very attentive. We have two options to live in this world. Either possess or belong. When you possess, it is a load of possession that you carry. When you belong, you unload and relax. See? The other day, where it happened, somewhere in Delhi or somewhere, the husband was telling me about his wife. Mamiji, I don't know what to do. I said, I also don't know what to do. See, everything is fine, but my wife doubts me. In my profession, I have to go and talk to people. Sometimes I get a phone call, and she said, you are having some. What should I do? Should I stop my business? I said, no. First of all, understand, it is a good sign. Be very attentive. When the relationship between the wife and the husband is a matter of fact relationship, understand a crack is developing. Relation should not be matter of fact. Relation should be, udhar kyun dekha? Because she loves you. Only difference is, she is possessive. That's all. Otherwise, you go your way, I go my way. No. So whenever there is a misery in our life, we become possessive. And when we belong to somebody, we have no doubt. We belong to the God, we have no doubt. We belong to the parent, there is no doubt. But when we possess our husband and wife, then we have nothing but doubt in our mind about every move that they have. Therefore, friends, this possessiveness is one of the biggest problems. And second is the relations that we develop. Never develop any relationship with anybody in the world. Even in the spiritual path, you must have heard, ये हमारे गुरु भाई है. You have left your own brother and you have created a guru bhai. See, the other day one Angrez Swamini in South India, she was coming for my talks. And then she came one day with one young boy and she introduced me. Swamini, he is my spiritual son. Many people, when they take to sannyas, after that, Swami Gadvadananda, bracket, ex-brigadier general. So what kind of sannyas it is? Hold on to the Prakriti. Therefore here the teacher says, we have to give up all the possessions and all the relations in this world. Then you see the joy of it. Whenever we are miserable only because of relations. Take example of our Bhagavad Gita. See, fighting the war and killing the people in the war was a profession. of Arjuna. His problem came about because only the grandfather and the guru. So killing was not a problem. War was not a problem. The problem was the guru and the grandfather. No, don't we have this problem in our own house? If some child is going vagabond and we come to know what is our interaction, these days the youth is getting spoiled because of TV. We become philosophical and forget it. But if the same thing happens to our child, I don't know, I have done everything, I have provided every facility, but see how he is going wrong, oh God, what should I do? Because it is my child. See friends, therefore, here the teacher says, do not create all these kinds of relational and possessive problems, then only katham visamtaptiryam hi chitte. All the problems that we have is because of these two things. So what is to be done? Belong. Whenever you possess, you suffer. And this possessiveness is the cause of our misery. Nobody belongs to anybody in this world. Be with yourself 24/7. In the world when you are relating, relate sincerely, perfectly, 100%, but after that is over, delete 100%. Don't look behind again. Then only will start living in the after present. Divanaktam na te chittam udayastamayo nahi videhasya shariratva kalpayanti katham buddhaha. Divanaktam na te chittam. See, oh my dear mind, there is nothing like day and night for the mind. Because there is nothing like, day means what? Awakening. And night means sleeping. For the mind, there is nothing like sleeping or not sleeping. It is only the manifestation and unmanifestation. And therefore, videhasya shariratvam, the one which is beyond the limitations of the body, how can that be the embodied? See friends, when we are in the objective world, we are possessive. When we are in our sense organs, we are indulgent. When we go away from the sense organs, come to the mind, we are emotional. And when we discriminate, we discard the emotions and we come to Mr. I. And when the I is inquired, ayam aham kuto bhavati chinvataha, the I disappears. And that which remains after this disappearance of the I is the ultimate reality. Na vibhaktam vibhaktam cha nahi dukkha sukhadi cha nahi sarvam asarvam cha vidhi chatmanam avyayam. Anything that can be spoken by us is always in relation to each other. In this world, there cannot be only happiness. There cannot be only misery. There cannot be only tall people. There cannot be only short people. There cannot be only fools. There cannot be only wise. There cannot be only rich people. No, not possible. Because the world is made up of the threads which are going crisscross. Like the cloth. Can we make the cloth by threads going in one direction only? We cannot. Yes, you can make rope to hang your thread. If you have to have a cloth, you have to accept crisscrossing of the threads. In the same manner, this world is always full of pairs of complements. Many people call it as pairs of opposites. I do not agree with that kind of translation. Dvandva is not pairs of opposite. It is the pair of complements. Health is complementary to disease. If there is no disease, health has no meaning. See? Old age is complementary to the youth. If there is no old age, youth will be meaningless. See? Poverty is complementary to the riches. They are always complementary to each other. wisdom complementary to foolishness. Therefore, this is how the world is. Therefore, na videhasya shariratvam kalpayanti katham mudaha na vibhaktam avibhaktam cha. There is nothing like differentiated, undifferentiated. Please understand this basic principle. Infinite you cannot deal with in the relative manner. Like what? See, in the relative we can add or subtract something. Take for example 1. 1 can be divided by 2 or can be multiplied by 2 or something can be added to the 1 or something can be subtracted from the 1. Possible. If the 1 is finite. If the 1 is infinite, neither can you multiply, nor you can divide, neither you can add, nor you can subtract. And therefore it is said, na avibhaktam, na vibhaktam. This language of relativity holds no good in the absolute. Therefore, nahi dukkha sukha. Similarly, there is nothing like joy and sorrow, they are only limited in a particular moment. We feel we are happy, next moment we are miserable. Not recognizing all that comes and goes is only the modification of the mind, it has nothing to do with us. You continue like this? Enjoy. Nahi sarvam asarvam te vidyatmanam avyayam. Therefore, come to recognize this. The one who is illuminating the silence and the one who is illuminating the sound is beyond both of them. The one who is illuminating the joy and the one who is illuminating the miseries is beyond both of them. And therefore, this one always never changing, ever the same. नाहम कर्ता न भोक्ता च न मे कर्म पुराधुना न मे देहो विदेहो वा निर्ममेति ममेति किम. नाहम कर्ता न भोक्ता च. Never I have done anything nor I have enjoyed anything. न मे कर्म पुरा अधुना. Never I have done anything in the past nor I have done anything in the present. In short, the samsara begins when there is a sense of doership associated. When you do something, then option, successful or failure, gain or loss, joy or sorrow, anything you do in this world. And when they become equal, victory or defeat is equal, gain or loss is equal, joy or sorrow is equal, then what for you are living? Time pass. If our attention is on what we are, nothing in this world will disturb and irritate us. Thank you for arranging the music. So, name deho videho va. So to talk that I am not the body or I am beyond the body, both of them are meaningless, blabbering. Therefore, mamata and na mamata, all these things are only the relative language. Name ragadiko dosho dukkham dehadikam name atmanam vidyamamekam vishalam gaganopamam. See again this particular thought has come, vishalam gaganopamam. Only this one thought is repeated million times in this Avadut Gita. Gaganopamam, take this position of the space. Be attentive. If you are focusing attention on the music, then my lecture will be a disturbance for you. If you are focusing attention on my lecture, then music will be disturbance for you. If your attention is on your own being, then whether there is a lecture or a music, both are redundant. And such people go to sleep. Because they are not at all influenced by the presence or absence of the sounds. Gaganopamoham. So name ragadiko doshaha. I don't have these limitations, defects of attachment, etc. Nor dukkham vehadikam name, nor the miseries because of the body. Atmanam viddhimam ekam vishalam gaganopamam. Come to recognize myself to be infinite like the space. Friends, try this. Stop all what you have been doing. Give it a chance. For 1 month you try this. Every time you go and sit, don't take any your mala or book or anything in the hand. See how much time you have got. 10 minutes, very good. 10 minutes only do this bhavana. What it is like being space. Sound is supported by space. Therefore, the space cannot be disturbed by the sound. Like the sweet place is supported by the sugar cane, therefore sugar cane never gets diabetes. See, form is supported by the space. Let there be any shape and any form. No shape and no form can ever influence the space. This space experience lengthen this experience in time. Start with 5 minutes, take a break, again sit for 5 minutes, again take a break, and slowly you start with this. This is what Patanjali says, Prayatna Chaitanya. A shape requires efforts. Sound requires effort. Shape is created in time and destroyed in time. Sound is created in time and dies in time. The formless space and the soundless silence, they are never created. Therefore, no efforts. Sounds are many, shapes are many. Silence is one and the formless space is one. Ananta Samapatti, this is the meaning. Ananta, infinite. At this moment, you are not doing anything. Doesn't matter what posture you are. At this moment, all the limitations of your body, mind, intellect, achievement, failure, man, woman, young, old, educated, uneducated, everything stands cancelled. This Gaganopamoham. He who is living in this, for him, the whole relative world of achievement and failure, loss and gain, joy and sorrow, stands cancelled, no meaning. Therefore, Atmanam viddhimamekam vishalam gaganopamam. Sakhe manakim bahujalpitena, sakhe manakim sarvamidam, sakhe manas sarvamidam vitarkyam, yat sarabhutam kathitam mayate, tvameva tattvam gaganopamosi. My dear friend, mind, Samartha Ramdas Swami has written 205 verses addressing to his mind. Mana sajjana bhakti pante nidave. Oh my dear mind, follow the path of yoga. Jagi mindyate sarva solo nijave. That which is contained in the word, give it up. addressing the mind is spiritual practice. Yesterday or day yesterday I told you, don't try to control the mind. Nobody has succeeded till date. There can be two things done with the mind. One is discipline the mind, and second thing is educate the mind. Here the education of the mind is there. See? We educate the mind. Sakhe manaha kim bahujalpitena. Oh my dear mind, how much I am going to talk to you. Anything I will talk to you will not understand. Therefore, Sakhe manaha sarvamidam vitarkyam. This whole world is beyond logic. There is no logic in this thing. We think we are very logical personalities. Now find out how much logical we are. Likes and dislikes have no logic. See, I don't like eggplant. Why you don't like? Come on, I don't like. There is no reply to that why. See? And then I go to the places for taking food. That is one of my professional hazards. And then they'll give me Banganga Parta. And when I look at that Banganga Parta, I put, like putting a tissue paper on something and throwing it away. I put the chapati on that, and like the Ayurvedic medicine, I eat it and take a glass of water. Oh. So those who give me, they think, oh, Swamiji likes Banganga Parta. And again it comes and lands with vengeance. Now what is the logic that you don't like any particular thing? There is no logic. And you like something, there is no logic. And our total life is guided by, influenced by only the likes and dislikes. And we consider ourselves to be very rational human beings, living on ration. Sakhe manaha kim bahujalpitena, sakhe manas sarvamidam vitarkyam. This is beyond logic. Don't get lost anywhere in this world. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. Hazare have come and gone. Hazare means thousands. Nothing can change. See? But we imagine, I am going to do this. Therefore, don't get involved too much in this world. We are in this world only to know the truth. That is all. In Haridwar, there is one place, Birla Ghat, on the bank of Ganges. And there is one place which is called as Ghat Baba. So that Mahatma is not there. He used to sit there only, do nothing. Throughout his life he was sitting there. And behind him it was written, the only purpose of human life is to know the truth. Everything else stands separate. Only. But then what about the world? Suffer. See friends, just get this point across clear. Therefore, Sakhe manaha sarvamidam vitarkyam. Don't get lost. Then, yat sara bhutam katitam mayate. I have told you the ultimate truth. Sara bhutam, ultimate. What is that truth? Tvameva tattvam gaganopamosi. Oh my dear mind, you are Shuddha Chaitanya. See, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, Chittam chitcha vijaniyat takara rahitam yada takaro vishayadhyasaha japa ragau yatha manau. See, this transparent bottle with the water doesn't have any particular color. But when the same bottle is held against a particular background, it appears as if this bottle and the water is colored. But it is not. It is just an appearance in the same manner. Mind is knowledge, consciousness is knowledge. Mind is called a chitta and consciousness is called a chit. Now what is the spelling of chitta and chit? Chit is the rasva matra of chi and halanta ta, chit. And what is chitta? Same rasva matra chi and half ta plus complete ta, chitta. So when you remove the complete ta from the chitta, what remains is chit, the consciousness. Now what is the complete ta? Takaro Vishaya Dhyasa. It is an illusory appearance of objectivity. Be very attentive. Objectivity is valid with reference to the subject alone. If there is no subject, objectivity cannot be established. See? Like in the physics they talk about the creation, theory of creation, black hole theory. Hole in what? Is hole an object or what? And who knows this thing? So he must be there when the black hole was seen. See, friends. Therefore, objectivity is valid with reference to the subject. Be attentive. If subject is indifferent to the objectivity disappears. Thereafter, subject also cannot be called as a subject. This is what J. Krishnamurti used to refer objectless awareness. He never used to call subject. See, this is what is said here. Yat sarabhutam kathitam mayate. I told you the ultimate. And this is the ultimate. Tvameva tattvam. Oh mind, you are the reality. Provided you delete objectivity from your knowledge. See, friends, how objectivity is established? First, wrong notion that I am incomplete. Second, wrong notion, other things in the world have the ability to make me complete. Third, wrong notion, these worldly things and beings are the source of happiness. Fourth, wrong notion, if I do not get them, what is the life for? And thus, objectivity becomes real. See? When people go to various places for a vacation, etc., they have to go for shopping. And what they will do in shopping? Something to hang around on the walls. Last time I went to Kanyakumari. On the beach side, there are many things made out of shell. And newly married couples, when they go and see, oh, it's so nice. It will be very good as a curtain in our bedroom. And they get it. And it is entangled. Somehow you hang it. Whole life you never look at it. Never. So many things we collect in the life, but they are never used. But that time if you tell, why do you buy this all nonsense? You don't have any aesthetic sense. Because you have got asthmatic sense. Therefore, imagination, go on projecting, go on collecting the things to such an extent that I think I had to add one more room to my house. Why? There is no place for the things to keep. So the house is for you or for the things? Give up unnecessarily habit of collecting the things. I received one PowerPoint, so beautifully to us. The principle of emptiness. See? This principle I experienced. I was staying in a small house. Then Sham was miserable that I am in a small house. So now he is more miserable than a really big house. So all my luggage is nothing but books. So many book packets, they were transferred here. Now every time I used to look at it, what to do, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, nothing was done. Ultimately, I shifted it to Kaivalya Library in Lonavala. And the way it was done, aha, God. They were already in the room, not in my head. Yet, the moment we start discarding the things, the joy of giving up is more than collection. A person who smokes and a person who gives up smoking after many years, you see his expression. Swamiji, you must congratulate me. I said, why third marriage? No. Then why congratulations? I have given up smoking. And look at his face. As if a great achievement. See friends, when the external things we can give up, then only we can give up the inner garbage. The technique is the same. Possessiveness of the objective world percolates in our mind as holding on to the old memories, nothing else. As the age grows, we have got a huge collection of the stock of memories. And therefore, old people never live in the present. And when they never live in the present, they all the time talk about the past. And they don't understand that the youngsters are interested in their own future. They are not interested in our past. But we have nothing but the past. What can we do? Old people have no future. And youngsters have no past. So the two opposite comes together and start fighting. Therefore, give up all these possessiveness. So when Takaro Vishayadhyasa, it is Adhyasa. Adhyasa means it is an illusion that this will be a source of happiness for me. Please remember, human mind cannot remain attracted towards the same thing or the same purpose or the same job for a longer period of time. It is impossible. It cannot. Otherwise, what is the reason the divorces happen even after the love marriages? Because before the marriage, love is over. So after the marriage, only the fighting begins. Finally, they get bored. इससे fight करने में मजा ही नहीं आता. Let us find out some better one to fight with. Human mind can never get entertained by the same thing for a longer period of time. That is why those who are doing spiritual sadhana, mechanically they get bored. चलो उठो, भगवान नाम लो, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे. Or else get up in the morning. Let us do some asana pranayama. The charm of life goes away. See, don't read the same thing every day. Read different things. And in this manner, slowly we come to cognize that mind is also knowledge and consciousness is also knowledge. Mind as a knowledge has subject-object duality. Consciousness as a knowledge is free from objectivity. Now, as we know the world, the knowledge of the world is I am the knower, this is the world, which I am not. But when we come to cognize our own presence, in the cognition of one's own presence, there is no objectivity involved. This is what is the advanced education of the mind, that yatsara bhutam katitam mayate tvameva tattvam gaganopamosi. Oh my dear mind, you are like the space infinite. You are holding on to this rubbish world for no reason. Yena kenapi bhavena yatra kutra mruta api yoginaha tatra liyante gata akashamivambare. Therefore, such great masters abiding in the absolute reality, yatra putra mruta api, wherever they may drop their body, or yena kenapi bhavena, in whichever mood they are. See, then yoginaha tatra liyante, they disappear there itself. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, "Na tasya prana utkramanti." Friends, if we accept ourselves to be Jiva, then we will be talking about last life, this life, next life. Then karma, then karmashaya, then jati, ayu, bhoga, and then purification, and then going to hell and heaven. This samsara will never end. But the one who has come to discover that there is one reality which is appearing as multiple because of the conditionings and the delusion, that one, he never leaves the body. Be attentive. Example given here, like the Ghatakasha Mivambare, when the pot breaks, will the pot space go from here to any other place? Work on this. In this bottle there is space. When the bottle is moving, is the space in the bottle moving? The contents in the bottle are moving. But the space is not moving. Why space is not moving? Because space is not in the bottle. Bottle is in the space. Think. In the same manner, we are not in the body is in me. But according to karma, yoga, sankhya, etc., we are inside the body, jiva. And therefore, when a yogi leaves the body, he goes by the upper vent. Then he will go to the higher worlds. Bhurvo swaha mahajanatma satyam. And if a bhogi leaves the body, he goes by the lower end. Atala, vitala, sutala, talatala, rasatala, patala. And he who is confused about which way is he is born as a human being again. And again he takes the same tobacco and suru. See friends, the purpose of last life, this life, next life, the purpose of going to hell and heaven is not to tell that we are soul. The purpose is to make us clearly understand the embodied is other than the body. And then find out who is this embodied. So the embodied is the manifestation of the one reality in and through every body in this world. When this knowledge takes place, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, this story ends once for all. Three friends. Therefore it is said here, Jena Kenapi Bhavena Yatra Kutram Mritapi. No, I want to go and die in Varanasi. When I die, I should be chanting Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Like Ajamil, I will also get there. Forget about it. There was one mother-in-law, a terrible one. Normally they are always like that. So she was a really torture for her daughter-in-law. And mother-in-law being mother-in-law, one day she died by God's grace. And she was never anywhere spiritual. No chanting Lord's name, no nothing, only shouting, fighting, kind of thing. And she was, last about 6-7 months she was on the bed ridden, and only by the teaspoonful, something has to be fed, and yet she was not dying. Everybody was doing their prayers, but not she. And one day she died. And then her daughter-in-law told me the story. Family, you know my mother-in-law, how terrible she was. She was she died on Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So do you think she will go to Vaikuntha? I said, look here. Did she know that she died on Vaikuntha Ekadashi? No, she will not go. Thank God. Be attentive. Unless you know, it doesn't exist for you. See friends, दिल बहलाने के लिए गालिब ख्याल अच्छा है. It has no meaning. Don't get carried away by all those funny things. Here, very clearly it is. Yoginaha tatra liyante gatakashimimam pare. There is no more coming and going. Everything ends there itself. But if we consider ourselves to be jiva, then very good. Then you go to hell and heaven. And then you ask the question, but how many types of hells are there? There are 28 types of hells. Like there are 28 nakshatra, there are 28 hells. You can have a big menu. Check. How long are we going to be carried away by these things? Kirte chantaja geheva nashta smrutiravidyajan samakale tanumuktaha kaivalya vyapako bhave. Tirthe on the Tirtha Kshetra, antaja gehe in the house of a Chandala, nashta smrutihi in coma. Even in this way, the wise man leaves the body, there and there he is already merged in the absolute. See? In normal ways, those who consider themselves to be jiva, for them the rules are different. See? Whatever is the last thought, according to that, you are born in the next life, because you are considering yourself to be jiva. So last thought is, after I die, what will happen to my doggy? Next life. The last thought was the dog. Next life we will be born as a dog. I was in Scandinavia with two small sweet girls and their parents. And in one of the restaurants we went, and there was, if the parents went to get tea, coffee or something to order, and I was sitting with the girls. So there was one white lady came with a mini short skirt and a small purse. And she put the purse on the table, next table, and took out a doll type small doggy. And she kissed, honey, mommy is going to get chocolate for you. And a Dumbo dog, not Indian dog, all original useless. He was sitting there. Are they down the road? And then she went and the doggy was simply sitting, not moving. So this girl asked Swamiji, how lucky that dog is. How can it happen? I said, look here, this jiva must have been a great dharmatma in the last life. But he must have been attached to a dog. Therefore, the life of the dog he got, but the comforts of the dharmatma he got. All bluffs. When the jiva itself is not real, where is the birth and death and this life and that life? Therefore, Hirte antajage heva nashta smritirapi tyajan samakale tanum muktaha. He is already liberated, one with the kaivalya vyapako bhavet. He merges in the infinite. Dharmartha kama mokshascha dvipadati characharam manyanti yoginaha sarvam marichi jalasannibham. See how bold is this statement. Those who are abiding in the absolute, for them, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, the four purusharthas which are greatly glorified in the scriptures, they are marichi jalasannibham. They are like mirage waters for the wise man. No dharma, no artha, no kama, no moksha. Nachiket's question. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. How long are we going to be deluded by this thing, sin and merit, going to hell and heaven? Can we continue to be in kg throughout life? When we are quintals? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha, dvipadadi characharam. And if you do like this, you will be born as an animal or forget about it. These are all marichi jalasannibham. This has no meaning whatsoever. Abide in the truth and everything is over. अतीतानागतम कर्म वर्तमानम तथैव च न करोमि न भुञ्जामि इति मे निश्चलामति. See, all that has gone in the past is gone for good. Nor I am doing anything in the present, and therefore न करोमि न भुञ्जामि. Neither I am a doer nor I am a sufferer. Iti me nischitaamati. Firm abidance in this. is the ultimate friends. Such masters don't do anything. Things happen through them. And when the things happen, there is no sin, there is no merit, there is no achievement, there is no failure. See friends, life is so simple. Thereafter, there is nobody who is living the life, but the life is lived through that equipment. This is how out of a CH Atma a Mahatma is born. Shunyagare samarsaputa tishtanneka sukham avadhuta jarati nagnastyakva sarvam vindati kevalam atmani sarvam. Shunyagare, in the abode of total absence. Be attentive. Absence doesn't mean zero. Absence means absence of otherness. The sense of otherness creates problem in our life. So, Shunyagare Samarasaputaha, established in the nectar of one's own being, Tishtati Ekaha Sukham Avadhutaha. This Avadhuta Maharaj is very happily living eternally. Jaratihi Nagnas Tyaktam Sarovam, Tyaktam Garvam. And he moves around naked. Be attentive. Naked doesn't mean leaving the clothes. Naked means going beyond all the conditioning. I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful. Every conditioning is discarded. Only life is lived through him. Tyaktam Sargarvam, and therefore he doesn't have the arrogance of, do you know, Tyagi hu. Swami Khandayan used to say very beautifully, the more dispassionate you are, the more number of ashrams you have. The more withdrawn you are, the more number of disciples you have. The more you are established in the self, the more you are extrovert. See the contradictions. See friends, the one who is established in the self, he can never get involved in this illusory world of relativity. Therefore, Vindati Kevalam Atmani Sarvam, for him the otherness has disappeared and he is abiding in his own being. Tritayaturiram nahi nahi yatra Vindati Kevalam Atmani tatra dharma dharmo nahi nahi yatra baddho mukta tatamiya tatra. When there is nothing like Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Turiya, where there is nothing like Dharma, Adharma, there is nothing like bondage and freedom. That experience cannot be spoken of by words as we try to speak. It becomes more complicated. Vindati Vindati Nahi Nahi Mantram Chando Lakshan Nahi Nahi Tantram Samarasaragno Bhavita Pota Prajame Pravi Pralapitametat Paramavadhuta. So these statements, declaration by the great Avadhuta, is beyond limitations of the meter and the chanda and the authority. No, this is an experience of the wise man. Not because somebody said it is true, no. It is his own experience. Sarvam shunyam ashunyam cha satya satyam na vidyate subhavataha prokta shastra samvitti purvakam. Therefore, in this experience, there is nothing like manifest, unmanifest, real, unreal, present, absent. That which is beyond all this is the experience of one's own being according to the authority of the scriptures, and this is what is the ultimate truth. Come to live this and express happiness. Let us be the counter to dispense this happiness rather than struggle to get happiness from this world through our actions. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.